3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, it's Gilly in Germany, and welcome to Essen. So yeah, we are jet lagged, we are tired, we've been working on setting up our booth all day. There's Melanie, our graphic designer. Josh Carlson is holding the camera. He's gonna hand it over to me in a minute. We'll see how that looked on video, probably terrible. Yep. Anyway, we're here with Cloudspire in front of you at the table, and we're gonna walk you through at least 2 or 3 waves of gameplay. So what we're looking at is a prototype here. We're tracking source with some TMB dice over here in factors of 6, and we're tracking command points over here with TMB points, also in factors of 6. We have a beautiful first player marker right here.
Love it.
And we have some awesome DJ house music going on behind us.
The best.
Yeah, so you're getting the authentic German hotel experience right here with this gameplay. So we're going to do our best for you. We can't guarantee 100% accuracy because we're going to be talking on camera and trying to explain everything, and already I see a tower on the board that needs to be reset, which is fine. But we're going to walk you through some basic gameplay. You'll see every phase of the game. We're also playing without relics or without event cards, so this is very vanilla in that way. And we don't have relic cards here with us today, so we're going to just state what they do aloud. And that's kind of what we're doing. So we hope the effort, even though this is not obviously a very polished video, we hope the effort is appreciated, because we know we've been hearing from all of you in the comments how badly you want to see full gameplay of Cloudspire, and we have it for you here today. And we'll do our best to talk you through all the decisions that we're making and how the game works. So I think Josh is going to hand me the camera.
All right.
And I'm going to pass the first player marker over to him.
Sweet. Okay.
And I'm going to let him go ahead with his first turn.
All right, so we're starting with 3 command points, which will happen during the deployment, the preparation phase. And then we're starting with 6 source as our starting. Now that will be defined by on your reference sheet, and that's typical for a basic game of PvP. So that may fluctuate a little bit with the amount of players and other factors in the mix. But as of right now, it's 3 and 6. So we'll go from there. For my first turn, we're starting with the market phase. So with the market phase, generally we're showing right here 4 different possible market chips available to us. We have a piece of equipment, we have a schematic which allows us to build a specific type of spire that is maybe not unique to your specific fortress. We have 2 heroes here that we're seeing. Oftentimes there will be minions as well as a possible purchase. And then we have the earth shaping option, where we're actually purchasing materials and potentially equipment that will allow us to shape this this mat. And there's a lot of different ones there that could show up. So big deal here are the spire points, and these would get kind of mixed around face down, and then only 1 per market phase is available. So as this comes up, that would be the first one, and after someone buys it, no more can be purchased for that market phase. Same is true of these chips. 1 goes away. Normally another one would replace it, but that one is gone for any other player. And yeah, let's jump into the market phase. So at this first phase, because of the low amount of source, there's really nothing here that I want to purchase. Costs for these items will be listed on the chips. Currently they are not. So you'll hear us talking about that a little bit. These are 6, and these are 6, and these are 3, usually 4 for a schematic, 3 for equipment. So those are all things that will get listed on the chips. You'll know it ahead of time. But right now we don't have them. So
there's a lot of values in the game that are currently in flux simply because they get changed often.
So often.
That it's not worth putting them on the chip, as it just serves to confuse the player. So.
All right. So I am going to bypass the market phase for this first round. Pass it off to Josh.
And I'm going to do the same actually for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to save my source and hold on to that for the next round.
Okay. So now we're going into the building phase. That's where we're actually able to upgrade our fortresses and potentially build spires on the map Right now, no one has discovered or cleared any of the points of interest. So there's literally no place to build a spire other than your 2 spots within your fortress. For myself, that feels a little premature. Therefore, I'm not going to prioritize that at all. I am going to instead upgrade one of my constructions here or locations here within my fortress, and I'm going to upgrade the stables. Again, because of that same thing, these numbers have already changed. So with the stables, there's only 2 upgrades. I have a choice of either one, and the lowest level stables one actually brings my dashers starting HP up by 1. So instead of 2 HP, it's now 3 HP for any dasher I bring onto the map. So that is definitely the one I want to start with because I want to be quick out of the gate with clearing certain things. That cost me 4 source, so I'm down to 2, and I pass it off to you.
Okay, so what I'm going to look at doing is I'm going to upgrade my source drill right down here. It's not going to help me this round, but what it's going to allow me to do next round is at the beginning of the market phase, I will be able to gain 3 source right out of the gate. So I'm going to go ahead and put my peg here, and I'm squinting to see that.
I love those battleship pegs.
Yeah. So again, a couple of you have commented on the pegs in the campaign. Just know that these are literally from Battleship. We can take. Why do we have a copy of Battleship in the office? I don't know. But we apparently for this moment we have taken these directly from Battleship. We are looking at a lot of different designs for the pegs. These are very placeholder. Do not get hung up on anything about them because they are very likely to change, possibly significantly. So anyway, there we go.
Okay. All right, so now we are moving into our preparation phase. We did the building phase. Preparation phase is where you're actually looking at your potential units and you're deciding which of them, based on the command points, you're going to bring out for the onslaught phase. So in most cases, factions have all their units available to them right out of the gates. So what kind of maybe dissuades you from higher units is just that command points. Right out of the gates, you're going to have a hard time maneuvering and just being very effective with one single unit. You usually will want to pair that with others. So for instance, in this case, I got 3 command points. I'm going to take 3 dashers. And no picture on those yet, but they're 1 command point only to summon, and so, or to prep for deployment. So, and now that I've upgraded this, I'm going to get an extra health on each of those. They're small units, they move quickly, they don't do much in terms of hitting, which is going to probably come in and hurt me in the long run, but I kind of, like, that's a better option for me right now. So that's where I'm at. I'm doing 3, and Josh, you get to select yours. Now, this isn't a back and forth phase. It's kind of a community phase where everyone's doing this at once. This part is not hidden. We want people to see that each other are spending their command points appropriately. So this part is something where you get to, this is shared information. You get to see the types of units each other are selecting. Once they're selected, however, there is a little bit of a more hidden phase where it's not a completely new phase. It's part of this phase, but it's another step where you're actually deciding what priority they're going to leave your fortress in. That is not shared with your opponent. So you're stacking these chips in a specific way. You'll see that in a second.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I have 3 command points again, just to show you. I am going to choose to spend that on a 1 single flinger. This guy right here. So I'm going to place him out, and then I'm going to put his health underneath him. So he's got 3 health. That's that red number right at the top. 1, 2, 3. Boom. And he's going to go right there. This health stack right here is my actual fortress health. So your fortress starts with 10 health at the beginning of the game, and you can see Josh has got his over there, not on top of his fortress, but
Yep. I don't know. It's just,
so
yeah.
And then I'm going to down tick this obviously to 0, so I'm just going to take it away and set it aside. My flinger is ready to go. The flinger's name has changed to a dispatch, by the way. Again, these are prototype chips that are changing rapidly, but that's the unit that I've chosen.
Okay.
So you can see what I'm up against now. Josh has chosen to deploy these individually. He could
Could have grouped them, and then it would maybe look like this if I grouped 2 dashers at once. And then once one has gone through its health, then I reload for the one underneath it. In that case, I have to load up the slowest unit on top, because that relegates the stack to the slowest moving unit. But yeah, so I've chosen to kind of swarm a little bit, and we'll see how that works for us. Usually out of the gates, your main priority is the points of interest. It's not the other opponent. It could be, we'll see how it goes, but one of the things that we're able to do is, well, we'll talk through it. Let's get to the onslaught phase.
Yes, yeah, okay. So now that we have, we're through the preparation phase, we have our units ready to go. So Josh is going to begin the onslaught phase with his units.
So these dashers move quick. I can move them up to their move range, and then any other units have to, if there's a unit blocking, they have to stop. So I can move this one 3, I can move this one 2. Anything I'm adjacent to in terms of point of interest, I can look at. So I'm not going to share with anyone else right now what these are. I'm just going to look at them. And again, with this, I can move this unit. We'll talk about movement a little more in terms of what you're forced to do versus what you have option in doing. But for right now, I'll just tell you that I am able to move this unit to here because I can't go here. And so you're always needing to make progress on the map toward your objective. But because I can't move there, this is still progress from where I originated. So I can move here. That allows me to look at this one as well. And
just to be clear, so the movement speed is that green number,
correct. Yep.
The green number on the chip. So the 3 for all these dashers.
Yep.
3 movement.
So okay, I am going to choose to reveal. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna reveal this one. When I reveal it, I'm engaging, like I'm gonna attack it. So I don't have to do that. I can keep that knowledge separate or hidden, and then I can, choose to bypass it. Also, when I engage, I'm only locking in engagement for that one turn. So next turn, I don't have to continue fighting this unit unless I choose to. However, there's certain skills or traits that are unique to these chips. This one happens to have bug one. Bug one has a follow.
That will be changing.
Follow means that as my units move, this unit is going to follow, and stay basically attached to it from here on out. So it's going to move on the path wherever this unit last was until it's destroyed. So it also will attack. So I need to address it here or later on, but it's kind of attached to me now. So I think for right now, I'm gonna also reveal this bug and do the same thing. So I put health underneath. Yep, health underneath. So that's 6. These things are giant.
Don't mess with bug 1,
Right.
guys.
All right.
Always
So
be careful around bug
I've
1.
got that. Now after my move phase has happened, when I choose to attack is when I reveal. So I'm now attacking with any units I can. I would have liked to be able to hit with 2 units on one of these NPCs, because in Cloudspire, whenever you attack, you get hit back based on the attack that is whatever's showing on the unit that you're attacking. And so that's automatic. And with units, you're never rolling. So this is true damage that's showing. You're just doing that, and you're getting dealt that back. And so, but it's only on the first attack. So if I had 2 units next to it, I could attack twice. I'm only getting hit back on that first one, and the second one's just doing free damage. So unfortunately, in this scenario, there's not really a spot for me to spread my units out to do that type of a thing. So I'm gonna have to just take the full hits here. So I'm gonna do literally just 1 health, 1 damage, and 1 damage, and both of them are gonna hit my units, my dashers back for 2 and for 2. Up, 2. All right.
Reminder, don't mess with bug 1.
Good. Your turn.
Okay. So in the meantime, I've got my flinger over here, and he's got a movement speed of 2. So I'm going to move him here. I'm going to ignore this point of interest for now, just because I want to get a move on. I'm actually maybe going to try and make a move for that middle point of interest, hoping that the bug ones destroy all of Josh's units. So we'll see. I'm going to peek under here. Oh, bad news. My plans are dashed. So we've unlocked a Traxor here, or unveiled a Traxor here, and the Traxor has engage, which means that I don't get a choice. I have to reveal it and fight it. At least once, at least for one turn.
Right.
So I'm going to stack 5 health underneath this guy. Boom, like so. And we're gonna fight it out. So I do 1 damage. That's that orange stat right there. I have 1 attack. The Traxor also has 1 attack. We're each gonna damage each other for 1.
We're good to go.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. So, I mean, in this case, I could just choose to attack again rather than have these things following me and kind of screwing up. Screwing up my plan. The one nice thing is if I have them follow me, whether I beat them or not right now or later, the source point underneath is now available for me to build on. And so that is kind of a benefit. So I'm gonna actually try this and see what happens. And it also kind of creates some fodder in the path that Josh is gonna have to deal with. So let's move 3, 1, 2, 3. This thing's gonna follow me, and that will create an opening for me to go elsewhere. Again, attack is resolved after all of this has happened. So I need to remind myself of what this one is. No, thank you. I get to see what this one is. Oh, crap. Okay.
We're dealing with very limited amounts of points of interest right now, so he gets
Yes.
he gets an engage.
Yeah,
Traxor as
so
well.
basically I have to fight him. I do 1 damage to him, so 4. Yep. There you go. And he takes me out. I should have thought of that. Okay, so that dasher's gone, and this follower, that was his initial, so now he sits there. He won't go to the next unit unless that unit was to interact with him or try to attack him. So at this point, this is ignorable until someone chooses to interact with it.
And bug 1 will follow you into oblivion again.
Yes. So basically, in this case, if I don't make an attack here, it's going to attack me and take me out. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. This is now totally in the way, but I want to work on. But I'm gonna have to engage with. Okay, we're attacking this. We're attacking this. This guy's gone. So one nice thing is that as I'm getting taken out by these NPCs, the source gain isn't going to my opponent. So that's a kind of a key thing to remember, is that if I'm taken out by an NPC, I'm not giving up anything to my opponent as far as source goes. So,
Yep.
All right.
Sad for me. All right, so my flinger now. I have I had to fight the Traxor on that first turn, but now I have the opportunity to move on if I'd like. I don't think his dashers are going to be able to take out this middle point right now, so I'm just going to let that. I'm going to let that ride, and I'm going to choose to stay here and work on taking out this Traxor instead. So again, we're each going to do 1 damage, and I'm not obviously going to be able to take this thing out on this wave, but on my next go around, I should be able to unlock a source supply where I can build a tower or a spire. Sorry.
All right, that's your turn.
Yep, Josh's turn.
Moving on, I'm going to move 3, ignoring everything because I'm not attached to either of these bugs, and this Traxor has already been engaged with, so he's not. Again, I would have to interact with him in order to fight him. So I'm done. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. So now what I see him doing is I think he's actually going to try and maybe make a play and clean me up, and I'm not really sure how to approach that, and I'm not gonna get analysis paralysis here on camera. So I'm gonna come over here. 1, 2, 3. I have 2 movements. Sorry, 1, 2.
But you have range, right?
Yes, I have 2 range. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack him for 1, and he can't hit me back. Correct. Because I'm not adjacent to him, and he doesn't have range 2.
Correct. Oops, not there. Give him my health, my castle more health. All right.
So now it's Josh's turn.
All right. Well, definitely I'm moving in then, and I am going to attack. And yeah, 1 and 1.
Yep. So I'll hit him back for 1, and you get 2 source.
Okay.
He gets 2. Whoa, sorry. 2 source. That blue stat down in the bottom right. He gets 2 source for that for killing me.
And now, so here's what happens. There are no more minions on the opponent's side. When that happens, the game fast forwards a little bit. Heroes that are out on the map lock down, and my unit basically makes its way as quick as it can to its next interaction, which could be a spire that he has, but since he doesn't have spires, I'm moving all the way to his fortress. The reason that we do this is because if I had a unit and a hero, for instance, I could move my unit, 1, 1, 1, 1, and let my hero travel the map at its leisure, and we don't want that. This is supposed to be all about the units moving and then heroes doing what they can within that time frame. So that's why we lock down heroes at this point and fast forward that part. So I'm gonna have to continue to move at my move range and in sequence, but until I'm engaged and so or interacted with. So that's my first move. I can't do anything else. Now I do still have an option at any time while I'm on the map to do things like build spires, that type of stuff. Right now there's no reason for me to do any of that. So I'm literally just gonna continue. I get here, after my move is my attack. I'm gonna go ahead and attack his castle for 1. Every single fortress within Cloudspire has an innate response of 1 damage at an adjacent unit. With the Brannin, that can be actually increased, but no other fortress can increase it the same way as the Brannin. That's enough to take me out. That ends the wave, and we now move first player to the other person.
Yes, I have the pepper shaker.
And we cycle it up.
Okay,
and so I did lose this unit, so you get 2 source for that.
Yep. All right, so now I'm sitting at 4 source. So now we begin the next wave, and at the next beginning of the next wave, we all receive
eight source, and it's up to 4 command points.
Yep. Okay, so now I'm at 6 plus again factors of 6. That's how we track source. So I'm at 6, and now you'll remember that I upgraded my source drill, which gives me plus 3 source at the beginning of the market phase as well. So now I'm sitting at, boom, 663 source. No, I'm sitting at 15 source
Yep, and I've got
for the
12.
marketplace. So, market phase, sorry. So I'm gonna look at what's available here. I actually kind of like, since I'm having a little bit of trouble building any defense right now, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this piece of terrain for earth shaping, which is gonna cost me 6.
Yep.
So 6 source, I'm gonna remove that over here. And that is, that's what I was able to buy during the marketplace. So Josh is gonna go.
I want Nelik. So Nelik is a hero. I'm gonna pay 6 for him. And he's good. We replace this now. We've got Lostomir, let's try another one here. We've got another hammer, let's try another one. Again, we have very limited amount of mercs right now, but okay, a Skelly is a minion. So like I mentioned in another video, minions are gonna look very, very different than your heroes. Right now they look very similar, and same with towers and tower schematics. A lot is going to be done so that these are visually noticeably different on the map, because right now when you're looking at it, they all have a similar color and feel to them. So even while the chip colors are different, there needs to be more to distinguish them from one another, and we obviously intend to do that. This is early art shaping. So
yes.
All right, this is Nelik. It's a hero I can bring out. I'm still required to adhere to the command points that it takes to bring this hero out. So it's not something I just get to place on the map for free or deploy for free. With that said, let's go.
Yep. Okay, so I have 9 source remaining, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to upgrade my castle. So I can't remember what this upgrade is called off the top of my head. I think it's Spiked Gates or something along those lines. Let's see here. Gate Spikes right here. Fortress Gate now has 2 attack when defending. So remember, Josh got up to my gate like a jerk and hit me for 1 damage. Next time that happens, my gate will actually do 2 damage back. which should help me. Significantly.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and place that, if I can, while I'm holding the camera right there.
Again, about these fortresses, very early art on the fortresses themselves. So like all of the upgrades, either their names or some designator that allows you to look at your reference sheet and know exactly which one that is. If it's an ABC, likely the source cost won't be on there. It's going to be more indicative of what you're upgrading and not the cost of it. That will be on your reference sheet, and we're trying to get some placeholders there so that you're able to quickly know what you're going for and how it upgrades.
Track your fortress upgrades like so on there.
All right, so you got your upgrade. I am.
Yeah, and that cost me 9.
Okay. Yep.
So all my factors of 6 are gone. Hope you guys are enjoying this music, by the way. Because we are.
Okay, I am gonna build a spire because I have just enough for that. So yes, that's what I want to do. So a spire for me, again, we'll have lots of different options for spires. Normally, you'll have out of the gates, you'll have 3 spires that are right away choosable, but then through your upgrades with your fortress, you will probably unlock another type of spire, and then you obviously have the ones from the market that you could purchase too that ramps up those things. So there's a little bit of strategy just in which spire I'm placing, because the face side up will eliminate the option to play that other spire option, which is on the back side later in the game. If this spire remains up, I am now choosing this one over the one underneath it. You have 4 of each of 4 spires to choose from initially, so, or I should say, eventually. So
with a max of 6 on the board at any time. Yep.
Correct. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna put this down. With placement, I am only able to play a spire 1 hex group adjacent to my fortress, and then to, like, let's say if I place this spire down, which I'm going to do right now, and it gets a 1 range and 1 attack upgrade. So this is going there. Because that's in this hex group, now in the future I can build 1 hex group away from this one. At this point though, I didn't have any spires down, so I have to build in this quadrant. I could not have built on this one. Even though it's cleared, it's 2 away from my fortress. All right, that's it. I'm out of source too, so that's like, we're gone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and just to show you how this works, I am not putting a lot of thought into whether this is a great idea or not. I'm going to play my earth shaping. I'm going to play it like, oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that either. I'm going to play it right here. Okay, so now the rules with that, I can't block path, so I couldn't go, for example, I can't go like this. But I can go like this. Is this how I had it originally?
Yep.
So now I've created, we still have the path that moves through here, but I've created a point right here where I can build a spire. Now, the timing of this may have been poor, potentially, because
it's fine.
If Josh happens to get here first, I don't think he can this turn, but if Josh happened to get there first before I build something on it,
I could play on that
he can play on that spot. I'm playing it here, again, just to mostly show how it works, so you can see why I may want to do that. So then I would have a nice lineup of 3 spires potentially that can hit anything coming down this path. So,
cool.
Yeah. So and then I'm out of source and out of things to build. So
Right,
so now we move on to our prep phase.
Yep. Prep phase is next. So
4 command points.
Yep, 4 command points. I'm sorry, that jumps up to 5. So it's 3, 5, 7, 9.
5 command points.
I'll pick mine, explain them later. Why don't you talk through what you're doing?
Yeah, okay, so I feel pretty comfortable with the defense in my fortress now with spiked gates. I've got 5 command points to spend. I'm going to try and do a flinger and a marcher, and just to see how this goes on camera, I'm going to group them this time. So I'm going to group them as a single stack. Now the slowest unit always needs to be on top. You can't move faster than your slowest unit. These 2 both happen to have 2 movement speed, which is nice. So I get to move both of them along a little bit faster, and you put the health of the one on top underneath everything, and they both have 3 health as well. So for no particular reason, let's see. I think that range is going to help me out earlier. So I'm going to go like this and place 3 health. 3 health underneath, and that'll go in my my fortress, ready to deploy.
All right, sweet. I have what I need. Basically, Nelik is a costly hero, low health though, but very, very cheap command points to bring out. So he has dual blades with an E, and he has dual blades on the backside with an A. They both are different. No, that was a misspelling. My misspelling. Anyways, yes. So heroes go on top when you are in creating your deployment stack. They cannot group with other units. They're on their own. So they always have to start at the top. I could have grouped my units differently. Right now, I'm bringing them all out as individuals. I have a dasher, and I chose to also do a grounder. Again, these names have already changed. This one has a round kick, which allows me to hit multiple units. So yeah, that's what I'm up against. And I am going to...
One interesting thing about this choice is that, I don't know if you can tell, but Nelik has a movement speed of 1.
Yep.
So that's actually going to, potentially in a good way, depending on how you want to stage your attack, but that may drastically limit if he puts him out on the path.
Right. I'm definitely not going to put him out on the path. But yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay. It is
so I'm
your
first player.
deployment first. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and move move 2, and I need to get another Spire spot open, and this Traxor, if I kill it, actually grants me a free Spire immediately right on that spot. So now this guy's got 2 range. It probably would have been, it might behoove me to get up here before trying to attack it. But again, we're going to speed things along because this video is already getting long. So we're going to do 1 damage back and forth, 1 and 1.
We got to get some Spires rolling damage in here.
Yeah. And now it's Josh's turn.
All right, Nelik's going this way, actually. He is moving 1. Most of the heroes, well, all of the heroes, will have a little indicator. I don't know if you can see. Where is my hero? Where is she?
No, that's royalty. Right here.
Okay. So I'll just let you zoom in. She has 3 extra icons here, and that's what's telling you what types of terrain she can move on. So these heroes are missing that, but Nelik is forced to only move on path and flatlands or plains. So that's the grasslands, and he's moving there. And then my dasher is going to go next, and I don't really want him to be the first thing hitting that because he's going to, and actually he's upgraded, so he's got 3 health. I want to actually move him here, and I'm going to let this guy step up, but he only has 1 move, so he's going to go like this, and that is my first turn.
Okay. I'm going to continue to hack away at this Traxor. Hack the track. Boom, boom. Like
right.
so.
And I'm moving. So I am now stepping up, and I'm going to hit this bug. It's going to follow me, and I cannot move backwards. So I have now created kind of a blockade for my dasher. It can't get through, but it couldn't get through anyway. I just wanted the one with the higher attack doing the damage against the bug. So the bug's going to take 2 and hit me back for 2.
Don't mess with bug 1.
I know. I wish yeah.
Wait till you guys see bug 2.
All right, Nelik's going to continue to move. There is nothing built here, so he's going to go ahead and move on to it. Or actually, that he cannot move onto Spire points. He is actually landlocked here as well because of all this water. Spire points, whether they have a Spire on them or not, cannot be moved onto. So they are like the only points on the map that nothing can move on, and that's where we're at with the testing of it right now. So he is staying put, and I'm done.
Nelik is a loser. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this Traxor, and he's gonna actually hit me back, even though I kill it. This is unlike Lashback, unlike Lashback and Too Many Bones. So Flinger is deceased. Dispatch is deceased. He's a dispatch now. Never forget it. So now, now my Marcher comes out. Yeah, one-handed play. And now, so Traxor, which we just killed, grants me 0 source for killing it, but I do get 1 Spire. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a Flinger Spire up. And it's got 1 attack and 1 range.
Nice.
And now, at long last, I have some defense sitting at my fortress. Okay, Josh's turn.
All right. I'm going to do another 2 damage to this thing, and it is going to hit me back for 2. Again, I don't want that source going to Josh right now. I want to keep clearing things out. So this guy is out.
Rest in peace, Bug One.
Yep. Now I have some room to move. I am going to move this Dasher up here, and I'm not going to engage. And Nellick is going to move 1.
Okay. My Marcher is going to start moving 1, 2. He's up over the path. And that's it.
Okay. Dasher is going to continue to move. 1, 2, 3, and that is it for my turn. I'm not engaging.
Okay. Marcher is going to... he's gonna have a scuffle with the Dasher, so we're gonna hit each other for 1.
Yep.
1. And I'm blocking his movement too, which is perhaps more important. But.
Okay, so I have very limited options at this point. You know,
to be clear, I could have gone here to avoid confrontation and tried to march
around or get a hit on the bug or something like that. Yep. And but let's just battle this one out. I'm gonna go ahead and do one to you and 1 to me. In this situation, you're gonna have relic cards or other things that are affecting, but this is literally the first few waves, so you don't have a lot of that at your disposal yet. But there's definitely ways to affect that kind of back and forth on the last units that are there. We could possibly be bringing our other units up. I apologize that I do want to move Nellick before I attack that Marcher. So.
Typical. Typical.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the last hit. I'm going to get only 1 source. Wah, wah. So I will set myself up with 1 source again over here. And he's going to damage me back, and he's going to get 2 source.
Woohoo!
Dang it.
I got 2.
So, again, in that instance, might have been smarter to try and go around maybe, and maybe attack the bug instead, so that I limit the source intake for him, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. That's the game.
Mm-hmm. So, at the end of this wave, heroes stay on the map. So I have 1 hero out. He basically freezes in place. If there was a minion from the opponent, and that minion was out there, but I still had a hero, then we're still playing as normal. As long as you have a hero on the board, you're moving. But if both of us eliminated our minions, the game stops, meaning the heroes don't move or anything, and it locks in place till the next wave. So, all right, first player, go to me.
All right, so this video is already at the 38-minute mark. So we said we were going to do 3 waves, and we will. We're going to try and speed play this one with a little bit less explanation, just to help you see what's going on.
And to see how quickly things do play.
Right.
Because this is a lot of explanation. So.
Right. Yeah. So Josh's turn, and he moves directly into his market phase.
Yep. I do not want anything from there right now.
We got to bump up our source.
Yep.
So
source
this round
goes up to this goes 7.
So factors of 6.
Yep.
So confusing. All right. So I'm at 8. I also have my upgrade, which is going to take me to 11. Boom. Like so. And we're going to go up to 7 command points for this wave.
Correct.
Which, there I am again trying to... 7 command points.
Okay. All right. I don't want anything from the market this round. There's some cheap stuff. This minion would be kind of interesting. Actually, no, I do want this Warhammer. So I'm taking the Warhammer for 3 source. And it's you.
I'm going to save my precious dough for for a spire on this point right here, and to do an upgrade on this spire. So I'll show you how that works.
Okay.
So Josh's turn.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and equip this thing to my hero. And this one actually just allows me to, it ups my attack by 1.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
let's see. I am building a spire as well. Actually, no, I'm gonna do an upgrade. I'm gonna do my sanctuary upgrade, which
Okay.
allows me to, for 6, allows me to build 2 minaret spires. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those right on my fortress. And
Okay.
then I'm spending, I'm gonna upgrade one of them.
So upgrades right now cost 3 source.
Correct.
So you have range upgrades, you have target upgrades, you have attack, just straight up attack upgrades.
And just a cheap defense upgrade for 1.
Yep, which is basically a health point.
Yep.
So, and yeah, those like Josh said, those cost almost nothing, but you do have a limit on how many things you can upgrade on your spire.
Correct.
Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna build a Flinger Spire right here.
Nice, nice.
So grab this and this. Place that right there, and then I'm also, so that's gonna cost me, what did that cost me? That cost me four
Yep,
source.
4 source.
Takes me down to 1. And then I'm gonna spend 6, 3, and 3 to upgrade each of these 2. I'm gonna upgrade the range on both of them again.
Okay. That's the building phase. We're moving on to the preparation phase. Go ahead and do your units again, and we'll.
All right, I have 7. So this time I'm going to, now that I don't have a track sword to fight, I'm gonna go Flinger for 3. I'm gonna do 2 marchers. 2 marchers that are not upgraded because I have not upgraded my honor pit, which probably would have been smart. But Flinger, Marcher, and again, for the sake of expediency, I'm just gonna group them all just for the heck of it. Not necessarily the recommended strategy. I think Josh is doing a pretty good job of beating me right now, and he has not really been grouping his units. So just it works, especially now. It may be important for getting up to this tower defense.
Yep,
If I can get
yep.
all the way up to there, having them grouped is helpful.
It is. Yeah.
But anyway.
Yep.
So that's where we're at. So
Okay. You move out first.
I move out first. So
This
1,
is the
2.
onslaught phase.
1, 2.
All right.
That's where we're sticking.
Nelik is going to move 1 because that's all he can move. This one plays a little differently. So the Elfinkazi are little hummingbird kamikazes that are going to fly out. They have an ability to fly out as far as the roost range that they're deployed from. So Jelena is the other one. I'm bringing out a hero. She has 3 roost and has flying, and so she can basically allows this unit to fly away. Every other turn, this Elfinkazi is going to have to either return to a roost, whether it's a spire that has roost on it, or Jelena herself, and then can go out again. If I abandon that and move the opposite direction, I can do that, but I'm going to lose that unit. So I better attack and lose my life, or I'll just lose the unit. So that's how the Elfinkazi works. So that flies away right now, and then I'm moving just 2. I can't move more. This is going to suck because this guy Nelik's just kind of in the way right now. All right.
And again, that's Elfinkazi, not Elephant-kazi.
Elfinkazi.
Yeah, just to be clear. All right, 1, 2.
All right.
Your move.
So I need to move Nelik 1, and I'm going to move Jelena 1, and I'm going to fly this Elfinkazi back.
Okay. 1, 2. And I'm going to choose to, now again, this may come back to bite me, but we'll see. I'm going to try and take this thing out before Josh can get to it. I haven't done the math in my head to figure out if that's possible, but 1 and 1.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. I am flying this Elfinkazi out, and I'm going to do a glide bomb, which does 2 damage in to all units adjacent. So it's going to do 2 to him, 2 to the bug. Counts as an engagement, but this blows up the Elfinkazi, so he's gone.
Yeah. Now that was probably a questionable move because now I'm immediately going to get to finish off the Traxor and build a Spire. Again, it gives a 1 Spire reward, but it is what it is. So 1 and...
I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
I'm not done
Sorry.
yet.
I jumped the gun, and see, that's why you deploy multiple units and don't group.
1.
Boo.
1, 2, 3.
Boo.
Hit. So 1 and gone. Give me that Spire. All right,
Josh
so
is cheating. That's not true. I just forgot what I was doing because I was filming and I got excited.
all right, Spire is down. Middle point is locked, at least for now. And that's my turn. But I have no more units. I still have heroes. So yeah, play it out.
All right, I don't really want to mess with Jelena, but Nellic. Well, what is? I can't see what Nellic has underneath him. He's got that equipment that gives him +1 attack. That's right.
Yep.
I'm not in a great spot right now, but I'm going to try and kill Jelena.
You could hit the Spire too.
I could hit the Spire too. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take out the Spire's attack before it can damage me, but it's going to damage me 1 back anyway.
Yeah, because it's adjacent, it's going to do the attacking back just like another unit would, and it does not. I get to. It's actually a roll because all Spires roll when they're dealing damage. So I would be rolling against him right now, and I do my damage back to him. And then
I'm going to take out its attack.
I get to choose which one
Sorry.
I get to.
Sorry.
And I don't want to lose my attack. I want to lose range. What that means is this unit or this Spire can now only attack back when it's hit. It does not have the ability to launch anything or shoot anything. So it's kind of, until I upgrade it again, it's going to be kind of stuck. And that ends that round because you're hit. So you're gone, and I get...
I think I already.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but you've got... It doesn't end any round.
I took a health off me already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably.
Well,
We'll have to check the tape.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
It's your turn.
All right, Nellic moves up, and I'm actually going to take this bug out because I just don't want it blocking up everything. I want the source from it too, and he's going to do a damage back. So I get 4 source. Let's see, Jelena moves up, and I'm going to take that unit. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to do 1 damage back, but now this guy's gone. You get 2 source for that.
Okay, I'm up to 8 already.
I get 3 health stacked.
Maxing source.
This is not great for me because the Brahmin are supposed to be all about gaining source, and I am not doing a good job of acquiring any source whatsoever right now. So I don't need to worry about this Spire right now because I took out its range. So I'm going to attack Jelena back for 1.
Okay.
She's going to do 4 damage back to
Boom.
me.
Boom.
So that kills my Marcher. However, my second Marcher is protected from that 4th damage. You get 2 source for killing my Marcher.
All right. Oh, 3. Sorry, that was me.
Oh, you
got it. Yep. All right.
Now it's Jelena's turn.
So this is it's looking good. It looks like I'm like doing well, but at the same time, Jelena is like when I lose her, she's my best hero right now, and like when she's gone, gone. So yeah, that's a problem. I want to protect her, so I kind of don't want to be toying with any kind of surprises that he may have, and I am going to back off and do a little bit of searching for now. So I'm not going to try to finish that unit off. I'm gonna move here, take a look at this one. That bug, I'm not gonna, oops.
Bug 2.
Dang it.
Bug 2,
no,
beware.
no.
Beware.
And then Nellic, I'm gonna move up because I'm gonna get hit 1 back. I'm gonna take this guy out because he does 3, 4 now. So this guy's gone. I'll take 1. Nellic for me is a little bit more disposable because I bought him from the market. And now I'm gonna eke my way up. But this was the last minion on the board, and so now all heroes freeze. We go into our next wave, and at this point, with the source that we're gaining, we're getting close to our source max, which is 20, and we're going to be able to unlock things practically every wave from here on out. And so Spires go up very quickly, heroes come out faster, and now you start to see more minions kind of vying for taking out the fortress or doing some damage on it.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So yeah, that's 3 real quick waves with a ton of explanation that took 15
but not
minutes,
so quick, right?
Yeah, exactly. We really wanted to take you through all the different choices that are involved, and we, it's not just simple. Like I think that that initial Onslaught phase video we showed didn't really show how much is going on in a real
Right.
game with the Onslaught phase. So
Yeah.
that's Cloudspire. 3 rounds of Cloudspire in a nutshell. I hope you
And
guys
a
enjoy it.
whole lot more that hasn't been revealed with the point of interest, with the relics. There's just a lot there that you're not seeing yet. But this does give you a little bit of a feel of the depth of the Onslaught phase and like a wave in general.
Yes, and it was very intentionally as vanilla as we could possibly make it, simply so that we could explain it on camera.
Correct.
Without confusing ourselves too much, and we made a couple booths anyway. So,
right.
Anyway, we're going to close the video up. Thank you for watching, and hope this helps you clarify what Cloudspire is all about.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
See you guys.